Hey GamaGang, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me. You guys seem to really enjoy these, so I thought I should bring it back, give you what you want. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me a few topics that you guys would like me to talk about, so I'm going to be picking from those topics, but I want today's video to be a bit more light-hearted as things are very heavy right now on social media and things are just you have to like take a deep breath every time you log into social media. So I wanted this video to be more light-hearted for us to just enjoy ourselves. But I mean, what's happening on social media is granted. Black Lives Matter. Please guys, do your part, sign petitions. This is our time to stand up for our race. Enough is enough. I'm sick of it. I actually can't believe what's happening. Sometimes when I think about it, I'm just like, how are we still having these same conversations in 2020? We have been dealing with racism since before we were even born, or I was even born, and we're still having to stand up for ourselves for purely just existing. It makes absolutely no sense to me, so please do as much as you can. I always post on my Instagram stories about petitions or anything that you can do to help. Maybe you can also check out other influencers. I've also seen them post a few things that you guys can do to contribute to the movement. We're dealing with this locally and internationally, so do your part as much as you can. I'm going to end this here because if I keep going, I won't stop and I'm going to get passionate and upset. So let's leave it right here. Before we start this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join the GamaGang family. It is a vibe over here and subscribing is free. So why not just click the button and hit that bell so you can get a notification every time I post. Of course, I've got my cup of coffee. If I don't drink anything warm, my voice will not make it throughout this video. Those of you who don't know, my voice is extremely sensitive and could disappear if I speak for more than 10 minutes. So I have to keep drinking something warm so you guys can actually hear me throughout this video. You guys asked me quite a lot of questions, so I'm obviously not going to be able to answer all of them. A lot of the things that you guys are asking me or want me to talk about, I already spoke about in my... what video was it? I already spoke about it in my assumptions tag video. Literally 90% of the things you guys have asked I already covered in my assumptions tag video, so I will link it somewhere up here and you guys can go ahead and check that out. And of course, a lot of people want story times. Guys, I will definitely do another story time, but not today. It's not what we're doing today. So I'm going to start off by doing my hair so that my edges can marinate while I do my makeup. So this wig is a 6x6 closure wig, so I'll only be gluing my wig in this area over here. And of course, I'm going to be using my favorite products, my Got To Be Glue Ultra Glued. If you don't use Got To Be Glue to lay your edges or lay your wig, I don't know what you're doing, because this right here I'm telling you. I know you can get Got To Be Glue at Discount and you can order it on TakeALot.
Black leather glove, no sequin. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody, got a piece in. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide. Left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide. Hey.
If you're not part of Team Got To Be for laying your wigs, you need to get it together and join the winning team. Got To Be Glue is my go-to for laying my edges and my wigs. What I love most is that it makes the wig installation process so much easier and it isn't flaky and doesn't leave white residue. It doesn't damage the hairline and your wig and edges stay in place all day, honey, which gives you one less thing to worry about throughout your day. You can now order Got To Be online at takealot.com.
2,000 shorties wanna tie the knot. Yeah. 200 shooters on my brother's block. Yeah. Pedal off the roads like I love it not. Maybe not. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't stop. Yeah. Won't stop. Never stop. Got so many ops, I've been mistaken. Ask for other ops. Got so many people that I love out of trouble spots. Other than family, I gotta see either you and me. That's your side, think it's either you and me. This life got too deep for you, baby. 2 or 3 of us about to creep where they staying. Black leather glove, no sequin. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody, got a piece in. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide. Left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide. Hey. 2C slide, then I hit it double time. Then I hit a spin, cause we spun that block a couple Sometimes if it's not the right time, there'll always be another time. I'm not even tripping, we'll just see them in the summertime. Whoa, yeah. Can't describe the pressure I be putting on myself. Yeah. Really, I just can't afford to lose nobody else. Yeah. If they moving shaky, we just do the shit ourselves. Well, if I'm moving shaky, Chelsea do the shit himself. Yeah. Solo niggas only YOLO for real. Heard a lot about you, but we don't know for real. Next time, guarantee the truth will get revealed. Black leather glove, no sequins. Yeah, buckles on the jacket, it's elite, yeah. Nike crossbody got a piece, gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide.
Now that our edges are cooking, we can go ahead and start our makeup. I'm going to be using the Revlon Rose Glow Primer. Okay, let's get into these questions. The first one says, maintaining content creation during lockdown. That's a good one. At first it was really hard. Like when the lockdown started, obviously if you follow me you'll see that I wasn't posting anything at all, because when the lockdown started, obviously it was like a shock factor of sorts. Like everything was happening so fast and I was kind of going into panic mode, like thinking, oh my god, what's gonna happen? How am I gonna maintain these bills if everything is on lockdown? Like there was no motivation at all. Like I had no desire to do anything. I just kind of just wanted to sit and rot. And then one day I read a tarot reading, because I'm really into tarot readings. So I was watching a tarot reading and I think the title was something like a message you need to hear urgently or something like that, because it's a specific tarot reader that I'm really into. I'll link her down below if anybody's interested. And she was basically like, you have all this talent, you have all these people that support you and believe in you and you're so good at it. Why are you not doing the work? Why aren't you putting work into your craft? Don't let things around you or outsiders affect your craft and your work. You're so good at it. Don't feel demotivated. Don't feel like, oh my god, the world is over. Do the work, put in the work, and you'll see the results. So I was like, you know what? Let me stop being this miserable person who's all in my thoughts and letting this whole corona thing get to my head, or feeling like I don't have the best equipment, or feeling like, oh my god, do people even care about my content anymore if it's not vlogs? Like, so at that point I was just like, you know what? Let me get up and do it. This was like after the 21 days. I was like, you know what, this thing of sitting around and just hoping for the best is not getting me anywhere. If anything, it's just giving me more stress. So let me get up, start planning, being more intentional with my content as well. And yeah, that's when I started being more consistent and just being like, you know what, let me put in the work. And also like use this time to dabble in different things, different content, and see what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. So yeah, to answer your question, at first it was really tough, but after a while I was just like, you know what, let's do this thing. So I'm going to be using the Revlon Maverick palette. I'm going to do a very simple look because I don't want this video to be too long. It probably is going to be, because that's my brand. Okay, so the next one says small YouTubers. I'm assuming you're asking my opinion on small YouTubers or what I think about them. I think small YouTubers are killing it. Like, small YouTubers really put in the work, and as of late I've been noticing a lot of people starting channels, which I really love, because everyone's like, oh my god, everyone's starting YouTube. Why not? Everyone has Instagram, everyone has Twitter, so why can't everyone have a YouTube channel? It's literally a social media platform, so why can't everybody have it? So I really love that more people are getting into it. And as of late, I've been seeing a lot of people tweeting about their channels. There's a lot of threads for smaller YouTubers to link their channels. If you're a small YouTuber, link your channel in the comments down below. Let people see that you have a channel. Maybe even do a brief description of what kind of videos that you put up. Do what you need to do to get as much of your work out there, because I know a lot of small YouTubers struggle with getting their work seen and videos seen. I also try to do my part. If I see smaller YouTubers linking their channels below my tweets, I'll retweet it, or if I come across it on my TL, I will retweet it. So I think as the bigger YouTubers, I think we also need to contribute to smaller YouTubers being seen and getting the views that they deserve, because small YouTubers have bomb content. Some might even have better content than the mainstream YouTubers. Might be a problematic statement, but I mean, facts are facts. Small YouTubers have great content, so I do think they deserve more recognition. Another thing I've been seeing a lot on the timeline is people being like, everybody just does beauty, lifestyle, vlogs, whatever. Guys, there's so much content out there. I really feel like people just don't take the time to look, but there's content out there. People are really putting in the work, and it's mostly smaller YouTubers, hence people don't see it, and people just think there's only beauty out there because, not unfortunately, but most of the YouTubers that are popular and mainstream happen to be beauty YouTubers. So I think if people just took the time out to use that search bar and see if there's anything else out there, they'll find what they're looking for. But I really hate that everyone's making it seem like all the content is just beauty. But even so, like, if people want to start channels and also do beauty, there's nothing wrong with that. So many people are in love with the beauty genre, and that's completely fine. I should be allowed to do whatever content I want to do on my channel. There's a market out there for everyone. There'll always be someone who's willing to tune in and enjoy your channel. Don't feel pressured to have different content or stand out, or like your content has to be different. Do what you want to do. People will tune in, and you also will come across as more authentic if you do content that your heart really desires to do. So yeah, there's always so much negative talk around YouTubers and content or whatever, and I'm so tired of it. People must just do what they want to do and keep it moving. The next question says, therapies, are you still going, and is it helpful? No, I don't go to therapy anymore. Thank God your girl is doing better in life, so I don't have to go to therapy at the moment, at least. I mean, therapy is not only for if you down and out and you need help because you're necessarily sad or depressed or whatever. Sometimes you can go to therapy because it makes you feel good, it keeps you going, you enjoy it. So it's not all just negativity. But no, I'm currently, ooh, that's pretty. But no, at the moment I'm not doing therapy, but it was definitely helpful. I think therapy might have just saved my life. Actually, not even might have, it did, because you kind of don't know how to pinpoint your problems, and you don't know how to group them, if I can say, and you don't know which one to focus on more. You don't know which one affects which part of your life. So therapy really does break it down for me. I know it works for some people, it doesn't work for others, but for me it definitely worked. I would suggest it to anyone who's going through anything and needs the help. So yeah, I don't go to therapy anymore, but I do 100% recommend. It definitely worked for me. Someone says, I hate people from Johannesburg. When did I say that? I'm confused, so you're gonna need to clarify that for me. Online dating, what are your thoughts, and would you try it, or have you tried it? I actually have tried online dating, and girl, it was a very interesting experience. So obviously, so I tried it out with my sister, not because the girls were down and out and we were just like, oh my god, we need to go to online dating, but because we were just curious. We wanted to see, like, what's up, what's on the online dating world. So we downloaded Tinder first. Guys, Tinder's a very interesting place, to say the least. There wasn't anyone that was my type, if I'm being quite honest. Like, I went on Tinder and I was just like, there's nothing to work with. Like, there were probably like 2 guys where I was like, okay, let me swipe you. But for the most part, I was just like, is this what's on this app? No offense. It's just my type was not anywhere to be found. However, so I'm going to be using my Revlon Colorstay foundation. This is in the shade Toffee, and I'll be mixing it with my Maybelline Superstay foundation. This is in the shade 60 Caramel. So me and my sister were scrolling through, and we were just like, what is this, honey? Like, there was nothing. I was like, oh my god, like, where do people find husbands here? Because my mom is a best friend, and she joined Tinder years ago, and that's where her and her husband met, and now they're happily married. So obviously there's definitely a success rate. But by the looks of things, when I was on that app, I was like, I don't know about me though. So I think I only swiped like 2 or 3 guys that I was actually into. Some of the others I was just like, oh, I guess we'll see. Like, it was very much me just playing the field and seeing what's gonna happen. But I didn't match with anyone. Actually, I did. I just remembered I did. But like, we spoke for I'd say 2 minutes. Like, we went back and forth for like 2 minutes in the messages, and then he unmatched me. So I was like, what did I say? What did I do? But like in the conversation, he kept saying like, why are you on Tinder? Like, I don't understand why you're on Tinder. So I'm assuming because of my pictures, he probably thought I was a catfish and that I was catfishing him, because he would just keep asking like, I don't understand why you are on this app. And I'm like, looks don't mean anything. The dating world is difficult. So I decided to try online dating, and I didn't match with anyone. Literally, I didn't match with anyone. So I was just like, okay, on to the next one. For concealer, I'll be using my Revlon Colorstay concealer. This is in the shade Chestnut. So me and my sister were just like, okay, fine, Tinder's clearly not working. It's deleted. So we deleted the app with no success. I don't know if she matched with anyone, not that I remember, but I don't think so. So then a cousin of ours told us about Bumble. So she was like, guys, try Bumble. Bumble's more like the way you're looking for love, like a serious vibe. There's more wholesome people on there, whereas she's like, Tinder's more like if you're looking for a hookup or just like a good time, but it's not necessarily where you go if you're looking for a relationship. So we were like, okay, cool, let's try Bumble. And she says the difference with Bumble is that you have to make the first move as the girl. So I really liked that. I was like, okay, challenge accepted, I'm gonna do it. So my sister, I think like a few weeks later, we were like, how? Let's try Bumble. We have nothing to lose. Let's see what's going on over there. So my sister and I downloaded Bumble and we tried again. So a few people that we had seen on Tinder were also on Bumble. So I was like, okay, basically same crowd. Like there wasn't much of a difference. Bumble men were definitely better. I was like, oh, there were very cute men on there. I was like, I go, okay, I like it here, I like it here. But once again, your girl did not match with a single person. I was like, am I missing something? Like, what's happening? Like, why won't anybody match with me? And like the boys on there were really, really cute, but I did not match with a single person. My sister matched with, I think, 2 people. Keep in mind, we swiped to the same men. So these 2 people matched with my sister and not with me. And I was like, oh girl, you rocking. So my sister spoke to the one for a bit, and then it just kind of faded. They didn't enjoy each other's conversation, so it didn't really get anywhere. I didn't match with anyone, so I ended up deleting the app. So I was like, girl, why won't anybody match with me? Like, what's actually going on? I was doing a lot of introspection, like, why won't people match with me? Obviously, you start questioning yourself and you're like, oh my God, am I not pretty? Like, you start thinking about 1,000 different things. And my sister was just like, dude, people probably see your pictures and they think, this is definitely too good to be true. This person's definitely catfishing. Why is someone like this on this app? And I was just like, guys, that can't be valid. Like, I'm not Beyonce and looks don't mean anything. Like, people really think like if you look a certain way, the dating life is easy. It's not. It's definitely not. The streets are not easy, girl. Ooh, I'm tired of the streets. Someone used to take me off the streets. Like, I honestly hated it. The fact that I even had to go to online dating and that still didn't work. I was just like, I'm over it. So yeah, I have tried online dating. It did not succeed. If you have tried it and it succeeded, let me know in the comments down below. I'm obsessed with this concealer. Ooh. Look at that. Revlon snapped. It definitely snapped. I'm going to set my face using the Yardley loose powder in the shade Deep Beige. Guys, this is my favorite product in the world. If you don't know this by now, you don't know me. This thing right here changes my whole face. It's what makes my makeup look flawless. Thank God for this product. Yardley, thank you. The next question is girlfriend allowance a must, or do girls just like things? Okay, so personally, in terms of girlfriend allowance, I mean, I'm sure it's one of the greatest things to have. I've vibed with someone where it wasn't like a girlfriend allowance or a vibe allowance. It was like, he would send me money monthly and be like, go do your nails, go take care of this, whatever. And that was amazing. Like, guys, if someone has to or wants to relieve stress from you or responsibilities from you, go ahead and do it. Like, it's the greatest feeling knowing that you can pocket a little bit of money because someone helped you out. But in terms of a girlfriend allowance, I think it should be the guy's decision. I don't think I can't imagine, maybe I'm speaking for myself, but I can't imagine getting into a relationship and I'm like,
so how much are you sending me a month? Because I want to go for an allowance.
I could never do that. I think he should decide like, okay, this is how much I'm going to give you to take care of A, B, and C or whatever. But I don't think it should be up to the girl for that to happen. I don't think you should be able to decide or speak on someone's finances, because also men have a lot of pride. So your man could be acting like financially he's rocking, rolling, things are nice, but maybe he's just budgeting really well, or maybe he just knows how to handle his money, but he doesn't necessarily have a lot of excess money. So now you there wanting or demanding a girlfriend allowance, and now he's in an awkward position because he's not going to admit to you like, I actually can't afford it. So I don't know, it's tricky, but personally I would never ask for it. I think my man or partner has to offer, but I don't think it's girls liking things. Guys, money makes the world literally go round. So I don't think it's girls liking things. Men also would love a boyfriend allowance, wouldn't they? Like, because it's nice to receive money. Hello, mnandi mali guys. I hate the narrative that or like you're a slave queen or a gold digger if you like money. That's not true. There's no one ongayithandi imali. Money makes the world go round. So please, it's not that girls like things. It's just, it would be a very nice gesture for someone to give you a girlfriend allowance. Next, I'll be using my Essence Mattifying Compact Powder. I use this to bronze. I prefer bronzing over contour. I don't know why, I just do. The next one says saving and budgeting. Anything you've learned with finances. I hate talking about finances. I hate this topic, but I'm gonna do it. So in terms of budgeting and financing, it really is trial and error. At first, I didn't know what I was doing. I would just spend money and then be like, where did my money go? I literally had so much money. What did I spend it on? And then I started budgeting, because obviously when you start paying bills, you need to know exactly where your money is going. So what I'll do is I'll write down every single bill that I have, right down to the Apple Music, to the iCloud storage, everything. Like, I'll add it up together and be like, okay, this amount is definitely, why am I out of breath? So I'll write everything down and then be like, okay, this is how much is coming out of my accounts, definitely, even though Apple Music will take music out of your accounts at the most random time. But you should know how much money is going to come out of your accounts, like, indefinitely. So I just write everything down so I know how much to expect to come out of my accounts, like my expenses and whatever, like Wi-Fi, electricity, rent, those things. And then the money that's left, obviously that's like now for luxury. So I'll budget and be like, okay, what furniture item can I add in my apartment this month? What can I afford to add? What's missing? What do I need? Cosmetics, clothes, whatever it may be. That's pretty much how I do it. Writing everything down is golden. Trust me, just write everything down and you'll end up saving so much money when you know where all your money's going. Because before, you're just going around swiping and swiping, and then you get home and you're just like, where did all my money go? But now you know exactly where your money went, and you might end up saving, and then you can be able to squeeze in an item of clothing or makeup or whatever it may be. So that's pretty much my advice when it comes to budgeting. Doesn't mean like I'm killing it. I mean, obviously we all go off budget sometimes, but that's how you learn. Literally, that's how you learn. It's trial and error, but planning is the girl. Planning your finances is the girl. One thing I've also learned in terms of finances is that literally, guys, save. I know it's easier said than done, but like, I always keep money in my savings accounts in case for a rainy day, or like I'll ask my mom to keep it. Obviously it's not a lot, like I'm not rich, but I'll always just put a little bit on the side for rainy days, because there was a time where I don't know what had happened. I actually can't remember what had happened, but that money saved my life. I think I needed to pay for storage and Wi-Fi, and then my card was blocked, and there was just like a huge thing going on, and I needed to pay so that my credits can remain. So I was like, oh Ganja, I have money that I can quickly use to take care of that. So I definitely would advise saving. Saving is hard though, it really is, especially right now, because I'm trying to furnish this apartment. I'm also trying to get better equipment for my channel, so like it really is hard, but you have to try. You really have to try. The next question says, When will you be ready to date again, or are you ready? Wouldn't you like to know? I'm kidding. So in terms of dating, after my relationship in 2017, I decided to take a break from dating because I was in a relationship in 2016 and then I was in another one in 2017 up until I'd say beginning 2018. After that, I was just like, you know what, I'm actually going to take a break from dating because it started to feel like I need to be in a relationship to cope. I need to be in a relationship to feel whole. I need to be entertaining a male to feel whole. Like, I started being that girl that's like, I need to be with someone, otherwise I'm miserable. So I decided to take a break in 2018 and 19 from dating. Like, I had absolutely no desire to date. I didn't want to. I was just trying to find myself, see what I like, see what I can do on my own. And I really enjoyed it to the point where I was like, am I ever gonna date again? I really enjoyed the me time and getting to know myself as myself by myself without assistance, without relying on anyone. Like, I'm my own shoulder to cry on, if that makes sense. So I took a necessary break, and then in 2019 I decided to be celibate. I was celibate for 10 months, so it was from February to November. That was kind of hard. That was kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie, but it was very necessary. I don't know how to explain it, but you learn so much from being celibate. Guys, this pimple is bothering me. It looks like something is on my nose. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera and finish the rest of my eyes. I don't think I'm gonna be able to talk and do lashes and liner and all those things, so I'll be back. I'm back, looking greater than ever. I'll leave everything that I used in the description box as per usual. My lashes, the mascara, the liner, all of it will be in the description box. So as I was saying about celibacy, it's one of the greatest things that I did. It teaches you a lot about discipline. It teaches you a lot about appreciating intercourse. It's just, I don't know, it changes your whole perspective on it, and that how you should appreciate it more, and that it actually is more than what our generation makes it out to be. So if you haven't done it before and you're of age, I think you should try it out. I definitely enjoyed it, and I still kind of practice the same values that I learned from being celibate. So that was like my break from dating. So to answer your question, I am ready to date. I'm gonna highlight my face using my MAC highlighter. This is in the shade Global Glow, one of my favorites. I've basically hit pan, but it still does the job. So yes, I am ready to date. I think I've done the personal growth thing enough now. I'm ready to get married. I want kids. I want the white picket fence. I want the dog. I want the whole thing. I want to get married tomorrow, and I want to have children the next day. Like, I'm ready for all of that. I'm tired of the streets, guys. The streets are not where it's at. The streets suck. If you're in the streets, you know what I'm talking about. But if you do like being in the streets, by all means, do you. But personally, I hate it here. So it would be really great to be in a relationship. Not that I'm desperate for one, or that I'm out here looking like, oh, do you want to date? Do you want to date? Do you want to date? Like, I'm just open to it. Like, if it happens, it happens. So whoever wants to date, you know what? Let me know. You could be the love of my life. You literally could be the love of my life. Okay, the next one says, do you prefer to completely cut off an ex or gradually outgrow them? I mean, it depends on how the relationship ended. I mean, if the relationship ended in a way where you guys aren't completely ready to let go, but it makes sense to, then obviously you'll probably gradually outgrow them. But if it's a situation where it's literally, it's over, I don't want to see you anymore, then obviously you just cut them off. But it depends on the context of the breakup. But in terms of preference, obviously, I think anyone would prefer to just completely cut off from an ex. I mean, who wants to keep being a clown? Are you then your clown suits longer than you'd like to be? So I think in terms of preference, obviously it would be to completely cut off from an ex, but it's never that easy. Look at that. I'm telling you. I just noticed that I forgot to use blush, which is a crime. So I'm just going to use this shade in this palette. I'm going to use this one right here as blush, just so it matches with the eye, if that makes sense. My last relationship, we definitely had to pull away gradually. We'd keep seeing each other, keep hanging out, and then not speak, and then randomly have lunch together, and then not speak, and then hook up. Like, it was definitely all over the place, but eventually you detach. So you need to do what you need to do in terms of what helps you pull away from your ex. And there's no right or wrong. You do it how you feel is right, how you and your partner feel works. So just do it the way that works for you. If you feel like you're the type to be like, let's cut the cord and get out of here, then do that. If you feel like you might need to get some closure, see them every now and then eventually you're gonna pull away completely, then do that. There's literally no blueprint. Breakups are not easy, breakups are not the same, so do what you gotta do. Okay, now I'm gonna do the lips. I'm gonna use this liner from JCat Beauty. This is in the shade Puce, a very pretty liner. And then I'm gonna use this Revlon Ultra HD matte lip color. This is in the shade HD Kisses, which I really love. I think it'll go well with my hair. And then I don't know if I'm going to do a gloss or not, but I'm going to use this Revlon gloss. This is in the color Supernatural. How pretty is this color? I think it's beautiful. So we're going to mix that all together and see if it looks good. Okay, now I'm going to set my face using the Avon Mark setting spray. And we are all done. Time to let this hair free. Let's see.
Black leather glove, no sequin. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody, got a piece in. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide. Left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide. Hey. Don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you the passion. It's a thriller in a track. Where we from? Baby, don't you wanna dance with me? No.
And this is the finished look. Let me know if you guys like it. I look good. Ngimuhle ngenza imess yezwa. Yo, ngimuhle shame. Edges snatched. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Everything that you need will be listed in the description box below. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment down below, and of course subscribe and click that bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.